ready.
All right, everybody wants to pass their number 2, dodo, their feces every day. It's important for good health. It is also important to be able to study your dodo, because it is true. The key to good health is passing good dodo, good number 2. If not, you're going to be having headaches and pains and belly aches and mood swings, and all sorts of diseases will creep upon you. It's important at an early stage for you to be able to detect the early signs of diseases by studying your dodo. That's how important number 2 is. Of course, some persons will quickly tell you about the goat-like shape of their dodo. You notice my marbles? So persons pass these small size dodo, and of course they're often very hard because they've been in the colon for too long and it's dehydrated, and so it becomes very small. So you can understand persons who are constipated or have any colon issues such as piles or cancers or polyps, or anything growth, that what they call diverticulitis. You might pass these small dodo, marble-like or goat-like dodo. Of course, they can get a little bigger, and it's also important to be able to watch the shape. So sometimes the dodo is a little soft. Like my dodo here is extremely soft. It often means that this food that you've ate that creates this dodo has not been properly digested. It can be that it has too much vegetable matter in it, or it could be that some persons with bacteria or stress, emotional stress, sometimes will cause the dodo to pass through too quickly. Of course, if that is happening, it's easy to correct. Just change your diet. Include some more starch in the diet. The healthiest looking kind of dodo is not the shape of this, but the color. So if you get color like this, my shade, or anywhere between my shade and the color here, is healthy. If it's like this, it is absolutely void of iron and lacking in a lot of other nutrients, if the color of your dodo is like this. So therefore, even if it is mushy like this and you might see green in it because you've had a lot of green vegetable, if it's not this color, it still means that it's not as balanced. If it is as soft as this, also means that it is imbalanced and needs to be corrected. It shouldn't be very hard. So it should be, if you look at this constituency that I've created, the dodo should be more like this. Now you can get your stool, your feces, having the shape of the colon. So you can get it being in a wave-like pattern. So it goes in and it comes out. So for some persons who tend to have very long strands of dodo when you're passing your dodo, it shouldn't be long without you being able to actually see the wave-like movement of the colon when the dodo is passing through the colon. Of course, it doesn't matter what the dodo looks like, your stool, your feces look like. It could mean that the body still needs some form of total cleansing. And the total cleansing often is the key, because it means that the body will empty itself of some things that it doesn't need. Now, if a day has passed and you have not passed your stool, it means that you're keeping in a day of waste, a day of toxins, which oftentimes will affect your nervous system as well as your brain function. When you pass your stool every day, it means that you have gotten rid of the waste. It takes 4 hours for digestion, and then the next 5th hour should be collecting the waste and being able to pass it out. Of course, many of us, because of our lifestyle, we end up accumulating more stool than we actually need to. But it can also be corrected easily just by drinking some bitter herbs. Our total body cleanse at Healthy Living Herbal Clinic that we boast about often is a combination of more than 13 herbs. These herbs will clean the colon, the liver, the skin, the bloodstream, and the lungs. If you only take herbs for cleaning the colon, then the waste from the kidney, the waste from the bloodstream, the lungs, will be deposited right back into the blood and taken right back to the colon, and it will just to create what is called an equilibrium inside the body, and it will appear as if you never did the cleansing. Even though, of course, it should be less in general, but it will appear as